So, George, what's your official title then?
I'm the CTO at the TM Forum, and I'm just operating as the Autonomous Networks mission lead as we're out looking and trying to actively recruit a mission lead for the Autonomous Networks program. So I've been working on it for since its inception.
Did you realize it was going to be as successful and important as it has become?
I could see what was happening, so I said, look, we've got to really start applying software engineering principles if we're going to actually transform how networks are managed. And that's where we come up with the autonomous network architecture, which is based around a set of autonomous domains that are separated via the APIs, but also then introduce concepts such as intent based operations, closed loop controls, self healing domains, intelligent orchestration, and so forth. And those concepts were new to the network domain, but were very similar or very familiar concepts that we've been working with in the IT side.
So, where are your carrier members at the moment in terms of their automation journey? Is it around two or three? I know you've got a few talking about four at this point.
Yeah, so we've been running our AN level evaluation tool, and our members can download it and use it themselves, and then we can independently validate it whenever they've done an assessment. And we define the levels from 0 through to 5. And traditionally and typically, whenever we look at what is a traditional network that's been automated, or some of the processes have been automated, it'll score somewhere in the region of an AN level 1.5 to 2.5. And we see an awful lot of members in that cluster. A year and a half ago, 2 years ago, members started to talk about achieving AN level 4 by 2025. And we were able to independently verify the first members achieving AN level 4 by June of this year at DTW. But bear in mind that that is only for a single domain for a single technology. So it's things like they've achieved AN level 4 for IP, or they've achieved AN level 4 for energy efficiency within the RAN. The rest of their network is probably running at AN level 1.5 or AN level 2. They've just gone after what we called our high value scenarios. We identified the areas that were most painful for the members, i.e., the highest cost or the poorest experience, where we also had the patterns in terms of the design patterns for measuring or transforming from AN level 2 to AN level 4. And we had an idea of what the outcome at level 4 would look like in terms of the key effective indicators and the key business indicators. So the sort of level of improvement you'd expect to achieve. And our members have now been working on those high value scenarios, using those to drive forward their network transformation in specific domains for specific technologies. So some of those are service orientated and some of those are more network orientated. For example, in just one of our members in their IP backhaul, they're achieving like 25% reduction in the fault mean time to repair, 15% reduction in the number of fault tickets, um, back end operation and maintenance, 30% improvement. So these aren't like incremental improvements, these are step changes.
The rankings, as you mentioned, they're self evaluations, aren't they? And so you fill in the information, then you send it off to TM Forum, and you check their homework. I mean, at some point, it feels like this is going to need independent laboratory or some sort of independent assessment by one of these organizations like EANTC or somebody like that. Do you agree with that?
So there's two parts to it. There's the AN level evaluation tool, which is the member can download that, it can self-serve, and we can then run the tool and verify that they've done it correctly. We also then offer what we call our AN level assessment validation, where we independently assess their validation. Now are in the process of trying to productize that, and then we are trying to work with other organizations who would then be accredited to actually certify that a member had achieved AN level 3 or AN level 4.
Google said this year that they were going to be putting their entire 2 million mile fiber network into full level 5 mode by Christmas this year. That seems like a terrible idea to me.
if you're starting afresh, as Google would be, to build this end-to-end network connectivity across the globe, why wouldn't you build it to AN level 4 standards, where effectively, you say you've got a dog and a man to manage the network. The man is there to feed the dog, and the dog is there to make sure the man doesn't touch the network.
It doesn't seem to me that we're at the point where fully autonomous humanless networks are a very good idea when you consider how much the value of the information that they're carrying right now. Isn't it reckless for people to charge ahead without really having tested through 2, 3, 4 before they get to 5?
I'm not advocating a big bang approach to take your entire network and try and move it from where it is today to level 5. It's more likely, one, that you'll build it out incrementally. Two, you have to bear in mind that most of our operators have legacy technology, and everything that we do within the forum, we try to make sure that the legacy technology can coexist with the newer technology that you're rolling out. And then what we're doing, which is what the forum is great at, is collaboratively looking at the patterns across fault management and actually saying, how do I actually genericize the patterns for fault management for an organization, irrespective of the technology that I'm actually delivering the service over? And we're hoping to set up a showcase of fault management at AN level 4 across the piece. So not just within a particular domain, but across the piece.
Well, that's the thing which sets us apart in the telecommunications industry, is the willingness to take our crown jewels, the best technology that each individual company can develop, and then to just throw it open through this patenting and licensing process. It's completely, it's unique. I mean, it's very special.
We're looking at a completely different mindset about how you actually deliver connectivity and even how you sell connectivity as an industry.